and raise your right hand.
You do solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat.
I'm sorry, just give me a moment to get organized. All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Before I ask you any other questions, can I ask you to hold the microphone as close to your mouth as possible?
Okay.
And as much as possible, speak directly into the microphone for the rest of the day, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. First of all, can we start with your name?
Kanguan Wu,
And what is your occupation?
police officer,
And how long you been employed, or which department?
Honolulu Police Department.
How long you been employed by HPD?
Almost 22 years.
Were you employed and on duty on March 24th, 2025 at around 10:30 a.m.?
Yes, I was.
On that date and time, where were you dispatched to?
I was dispatched to the Pali Lookout.
Is that in the city and county of Honolulu, state of Hawaii?
Yes, it is.
When you got to the Pali Lookout, what did you do?
I met with other officers that were on scene. We gathered information.
When you say we gathered information, what does that mean?
We met with 2 witnesses, the complainant,
Is that 2 witnesses, including the complainant, or
2 witnesses and a complainant.
Okay, so 3 people total.
Correct.
And when you say gathering information, is that just speaking to them?
At that point, yes.
Why do you want to gather information when you get to the scene right away?
So we know what's going on, what happened, if we're looking for somebody.
Does quickly gathering information from witnesses at the scene help or hurt any investigation?
That helps the investigation.
Other than the 2 witnesses and the complainant, was there anybody else there at the scene?
There was.
Who was that?
There was a bystander who was giving the complainant first aid.
All right, so once you get to the Pali Lookout and you got to handle what was happening, where did you go?
Myself and Corporal Bulagai went up the trail to attempt to locate the suspect and the scene.
Which trail did you go up?
The Pali Puka Trail.
And were you wearing a body-worn camera on March 24, 2025?
I was.
Was it activated as you arrived to the scene?
Yes,
Was it activated as you went up the Pali Puka Trail?
it was.
And was it turned on the whole way you went up the trail?
Yes.
I'm going to approach now with what's been marked as State's Exhibit 4, previously shown to defense. And just give me a moment. Go ahead. Okay. Corporal, do you recognize what this is? Or what I've just handed you?
Yes.
What is that?
It's a DVD.
Before testifying today, did you review what's on that disc?
I did.
And after reviewing, what did you do to the disc?
I signed it and date and timed the disc.
Is the video on this disc a fair and accurate depiction of what you observed on March 24th, 2025?
It is.
At this point, we'll move to enter State's Exhibit 4 into evidence.
So, no objection, subject to what we discussed off the record.
Understood. So what has been marked for identification as State's Exhibit 4 will be received into evidence?
Okay. I'm going to publish now what's been marked as State's Exhibit 4. Okay. All right, publishing now what's been marked as State's Exhibit 4. Okay. Corporal, who is in the photo at the moment, or in the pause? And I've paused at timestamp on the top right, 10:45:04.
Okay. The officer is Officer Chun. The arm behind him is one of the female hikers, and then the other female at the very edge of the screen is the second female hiker. The lady standing in the middle is the bystander that's assisting the complainant who has her head wrapped, sitting on the ground.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and scoot forward in time, officer. Okay, and I'm going to pause here at timestamp 10:46:22. I'm going to play for a few seconds and pause again. Okay, Corporal, what are you doing at this point?
This is the beginning of the Pali Puka Trail, over the wall from the parking lot of the Pali Lookout.
Okay, and our timestamp is now 10:46:32. I'm going to play for just a couple of minutes now, and I'll ask you questions in a moment. I'm going to pause now at 10:47:22. Corporal, how steep is this area?
The initial part of the hike is kind of a vertical or like steep incline.
Did you hike just using your feet? Did you use any other body parts?
Yeah, my hands.
Corporal, I'm going to pause here. 10:47:51. Kind of a strange question. What were you wearing that day?
I'm wearing basically what I'm wearing right now, my Class A standard patrol uniform.
Okay. Did you have any gear with you?
Just my duty belt, my bulletproof vest. That's it.
How much does the duty belt weigh?
Altogether, the equipment is probably close to 20 pounds.
Thanks for clarifying. All right, we're going to play again at 10:47:51. Corporal, I'm going to pause here. 10:48:29. Have you reached the top yet?
No.
Okay. Are you close?
When you mean the
They
top
get
of the
to the
trail,
top.
yeah.
Is this state?
Okay. We'll play the exhibit. Starting again at 10:48:29. Okay, Corporal Wu, I'm going to pause here at 10:49:31. A couple of seconds ago in the video, we saw you pausing. What were you doing then?
So I'm not just hiking. I'm looking for either the scene, evidence, and I'm also looking for the suspect.
All right, playing again at 10:49:31. Corporal, I've now paused at 10:50:16. What part of the trail are you seeing here?
I believe this is the first part of the edge of the mountain that I arrived to.
Okay. And can you orient us from this screen, which side is windward side, which side is town?
Okay. To the left is town, and then to the right, where the edge is Kanyohei, or windward.
Playing at 10:50:16. Pausing at 10:50:36. Why'd you go back?
There was no other way to go. Had to turn around.
Got it. So you had a dead end at that point.
Yes.
All right. Playing again at 10:50:36. Corporal, pausing at 10:51:08. What section did you just go through there?
It's just a little bit further up from that first opening.
Corporal, what part of the trail is this?
What time's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Timestamp 10:51:37.
It's just a little bit further up from that last opening, and then I can't really tell if the item is in the trail yet or not.
Okay. I will play at 10:51:37. If you ever want me to stop, just please say stop, okay?
Okay. Oh, that's no.
So what is this?
This is the complainant's sweater that was on the hiking trail.
Okay.
What time's that?
Timestamp 10:51:45. I'm going to play that same timestamp right now. Corporal, what are we looking at right now?
That would be the Kanyohe, the windward side of the island.
Okay. And if you could,
Sorry, timestamp again.
sorry, 10:52:21. Okay, I'm going to play again at the same timestamp. I'm going to move ahead in time. So I'm going to pause here at 10:52:46. I'm going to scoot ahead in time a little bit. Okay, Corporal, this is now at 10:53:26. What area of the trail are we looking at? Oh, I'm sorry. And pausing at 10:53:31. What area of the trail are we looking at right there?
Okay, I believe we went down past the sweater on that trail, and then over here there's kind of a like an offset or like another little strip of the trail that you can walk off of the main trail, and then you can see the windward side Kanyohe in like that kind of really bright spot of the video. And then I believe this is the scene.
Okay. Did you actually go and look at the scene in this portion of your body-worn camera footage?
I did. I mean, not. I think at this point of my body-worn camera, I still wasn't sure that this was the scene or not. But later on, it is identified as the scene.
Did you take any photos of the scene?
I did.
Okay. And did you take any photos in general in your report?
Submitted with my report? I did.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm going to take State's Exhibit 4 down right now, and our end timestamp is 10:53:31. Okay. Corporal Wu, I'm going to approach now with Exhibits 5 through 14, which have previously been shown to defense. May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes.
Corporal, I've handed you what's been marked as State's Exhibits 5 through 14. Can you take a look through all those for me, and then when you're done, look up? Okay, have you finished looking through all the exhibits?
Yes.
And do you recognize what I handed you?
Yes.
Okay. What are these?
These are photos that I took of the scene.
Do these photos fairly and accurately depict the scene as you observed it on March 24th, 2025?
Yes, it does.
The State will move to enter Exhibits 5 through 14 into evidence.
Mr. Otake.
No objection.
Thank you. Please mark for identification as State's Exhibits 5 through 14 inclusive to be received into evidence.
Corporal Wu, I'm going to publish those photos up on the screen, and for each one I'm going to ask you to explain a little bit. I'm going to start a little bit out of order. So Corporal Wu, I'm going to publish now State's Exhibit 13. What are we looking at in this photo?
Is it okay to look at the...
Yeah, and if you need to step down, please let us know.
Okay. That is a photo of where they intended to take a selfie from the ledge.
Objection. Lacks foundation, calls for speculation, hearsay.
To that, sustain.
So we're going to strike last answer. Just physically, what is in the photo?
It's the trail, or the edge of the trail of that one kind of side trail off of the main.
Oh, this is a side trail you were just mentioning a minute ago?
From yes.
Okay. And this is a still photograph of that?
Yes.
Okay. publishing States Exhibit 5 now. What is this photo of?
This is a rock that I found in the area, in the brush.
What area of the brush?
The location of the incident.
Publishing States, sorry, where, and I'll move to strike that last answer.
Granted?
Okay. So, sorry, officer, when I'm asking where did you find that? Where in relation to the trail?
Oh, it was just to the, if you're looking from that first photograph, it would be to the left.
Okay.
So
I'm
if we're,
actually going to publish now 2 exhibits. I'm going to publish States Exhibit 13 as along with States Exhibit 5. Okay, so States Exhibit 13 and States Exhibit 5 are up on the board next to each other. Can you describe how they relate to each other?
the close-up of the rock is in this larger photograph, and it should be in that left portion. You see where it's like where people walk, that trail, it should be in that left.
Okay, Corporal, could you take the pointer that's on your right side of the witness stand? And could you direct us to where you took that photo of the rock on States Exhibit 13, the wide-angle photo?
Okay, so it should be over here.
Okay, thank you for explaining. I'm going to take both exhibits down for now. All right. Publish now States Exhibit 6. Okay, Corporal, what is in this photo?
So I moved the rock from in the brush and I moved it onto the trail.
Okay. I'm now publishing States Exhibit 7. What does this photo show?
It's a close-up of the previous photo.
All right. Corporal Wu, how long did it take you to find the rock?
I don't exactly remember how long it took me to find the rock.
During the time you moved the rock to the middle of the trail to take those photos, did you tamper with, alter, destroy any part of the rock?
No, I did not.
Okay. How did you move it?
With my hands.
Were you wearing gloves?
Yes.
Right. Corporal, how far up the trail did you go on March 24, 2025?
I went about 6 minutes up the trail.
Were you able to locate the suspect on that date?
I was not.
Did you try to find the suspect?
I did.
How did you try and find him?
I tried to look for him, see if I could see him hiding anywhere. I also called out his name
Approximately how many times did you call out his name?
many times.
To your knowledge, was any evidence recovered from the scene?
Yes.
What was recovered that you know about?
The rock and the sweater.
Do you know who recovered the rock?
Our SIS evidence specialist.
Do you remember her name or no?
I believe it was Cobb.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Corporal Wu. No further questions at this time.
Thank you.
Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So you're a corporal.
Correct.
Okay, Corporal Wu. I have a few questions for you today. Thank you. Is that your patrol area?
It is.
And Pali Lookout parking lot is in your patrol area?
Correct.
So you're familiar with the parking lot and on 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. on a day like this, you've been there before?
More than likely, yeah.
And in your experience on patrol in that area, that parking lot is typically pretty crowded, yes?
Depending.
Yeah, but there's tour buses and cars and tourists that go to the Pali Lookout, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you report to the scene, and pretty soon thereafter, you start hiking up the trail, correct?
Yes.
And you said you were in your, did you call them Class A uniform?
Yes.
Like what you're wearing today, correct?
Correct.
And you mentioned that, with your belt and your vest and everything, maybe about 20 pounds of gear, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And so you didn't have any specialized hiking equipment with you, did you?
No.
Okay. You didn't have any, hiking shoes or ropes or anything like that.
No.
Okay. And you started up the trail, correct?
Correct.
And you felt safe enough. You felt it was safe enough for you to continue on to the point that you did, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you mentioned as you're heading up the trail that there was the main trail, and then there was kind of like you called it, I think, an offset, where you could go off the main trail to look over where you opened up so you can look off towards Kaneohe side, yes?
Correct.
Okay. Could we please go to, if possible, to 1050.16 of exhibit, what number exhibit? 4. Okay. This is one that was played earlier. Could and make sure no audio. No, yeah. 1 second. Okay. Please play it, Mr. Nutt. Okay, and let's stop there. Okay, so this is one of those offsets, right? This is not the main trail right here, correct?
I guess it would be better to use the word branch.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's
okay, branch.
branching off the.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a branch from the main trail, right?
A branch off of the main trail.
Right. Okay, in other words, you can come down the main trail or up the main trail without taking that branch and going by the edge, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I could have bypassed that branch.
Yeah, right. You chose to go that way and get closer to the edge to look at it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we can take that down. Now, you mentioned that it took you about 6 minutes to get to the area you believed was the scene, yes?
Correct.
But as you indicated, you were stopping from time to time, is that right?
Yes.
And in part to look for evidence, look for the suspect, is that right?
Correct. I was also making sure I was doing this safely
Okay.
and looking for the suspect,
Yeah.
looking for the scene, evidence.
Catching your breath every now and then?
Yes.
A little bit? Okay. But even with all of that, it took you about 6 minutes. Yes, officer?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, you get up to the area you described where you located the rock, correct?
Yes.
And then you had, I guess, your cell phone to take some photos. Is that right?
Correct.
And the rock was on the side there, and you took it out with gloves and put it down and photographed it. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. One second. You mentioned, and we saw it on the video, there was a sweater on the ground, yes?
Correct.
And that was on, I guess, on the main trail, correct?
Correct.
All right. And eventually, did you walk back down to the parking lot?
Eventually,
Okay. And the only thing that you, evidence-wise, photographed was the rock, correct?
and the scene.
I mean, right. I mean, the scene, but the scene and the brush. But as far as any object you located, the only thing you photographed was the rock, correct?
The rock. There was some blood.
Oh, you took photographs of that too.
It's part of these.
Okay. And the sweater that was on the video, correct?
Correct.
All right. That's all the questions I have for you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any redirect?
Just a moment, yes. Corporal, you were just asked about, or you just talked about the blood you took a photograph of. Could you pull that exhibit and tell me what number is on the back?
Eight.
Okay,
Oh, S8.
got it.
Did you want all? Did you want all the?
All right, I'm going to go through and I'm going to publish State's Exhibit 8 right now. I'm sorry, I got to change.
Objection beyond the scope.
Okay, I'm going to publish State's Exhibit 8. Okay, Corporal, can you point us out to the blood you photographed in this one?
Right there. There's a small drip of blood on that piece of wood.
Okay, and I'm going to zoom in. Corporal, could you point us out to the blood in this exhibit right now, Exhibit 8?
Right there.
Okay, and you're directing the pointer towards the center of the screen at this point. Did you take any other photos of blood?
Yes.
Publishing State's Exhibit 9. Where was the blood in this photo?
There's actually two. So there's this area of blood and also that area of blood.
Okay, and you now directed the pointer towards the center of the screen and the center left of the screen for State's Exhibit 9. Okay, Corporal Wu, I'm going to publish this State's Exhibit alongside State's Exhibit 13. Okay. Where was the blood on the State's Exhibit 9 on the right side in relation to State's Exhibit 13?
Also in this brush area.
Did we miss any other photos of blood that you took, Corporal?
S10.
State's Exhibit 10. Okay, publishing now. Okay, publish now State's Exhibit 10. Can you point us out to the blood on this exhibit?
You can see the blood on the leaves and then the branch.
Okay, and for the record, you're directing the pointer to the center of the screen.
Correct.
I'm going to publish now alongside State's Exhibit 10 with State's Exhibit 13. Could you orient us to where these two are together? State's Exhibit 10 and 13.
I believe this should also be along the branch of the trail, not necessarily like inside that brushy area.
Okay. Sorry, Corporal. One more thing with this, and I'm going to go back to publishing just states 10. And I'm going to zoom in. Okay, can you point us out to the blood you photographed now?
Here on the leaf, kind of like the branch or maybe bamboo shoot. The leaves over here. I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's a dried leaf.
And that's the general center and left area of this photo. Is that fair?
Correct.
All right, Corporal Wu. Thank you very much.
Brief follow-up, Your Honor.
Maybe Recross.
Do we publish Exhibit 13, please? All right. Corporal Wu, you just, this was about a year ago, correct?
Correct.
And you just pointed to the area you believe the blood was, right?
Correct.
But you did a report in this case back on the day that you took these photos, correct?
Yes, I did.
And it's a one-page report, correct?
Correct.
And in your report, you didn't document the specific place in this photograph that you found the blood or anything like that, did you?
I would have to look at what the report said, I guess.
Would you like to see your report?
Sure.
Okay. May I approach?
Yes. Is it marked?
This is marked as Defense Exhibit, I'm sorry, it's Bait Stamp Konig P40. This is a report.
New States Exhibit 189.
States Exhibit 189.
Thank you.
Okay. May I approach?
Yes.
Take a look at it and read it to yourself and let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, can you hand it back to me? Did your report indicate where in this photo you saw the blood?
Not specifically, but in the last line it does say, I mean, I could have read it, like 5 photos of the bush and the trail area.
Yeah, I said 5 photos of blood found in the bush and area along the trail, right?
Correct.
But you're here a year later pointing to this photo saying it maybe in this area, but I mean,
Objection argumentative.
Sustain. Ask the question, please.
specifically, you never noted specifically where in this photo the close-ups of the blood was from, correct?
Not besides that last sentence in my report.
Not besides the general statement that 5 photos of blood found in the brush and area along the trail, correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you, sir.
Any other questions?
No, thank you.
Corporal, thank you. You can step down. Watch that first step. Counsel, off record.